Betsy. Hi, Brenda. Isn't it exciting? We just passed our 10th episode.
I know. I can't even believe it. When we first thought about this, I was like, we'll do a few of these and see how it goes.
Yeah.
But it's so much fun. I enjoy it so much. And yeah,
I do too. I will be honest, I still get nervous every time we're going to do one. I don't know why. It ends up being just fun. We have fun, and that's all that matters. That we've passed 10 already.
10 already.
That's
It's
pretty
awesome.
cool.
It is very cool.
Let's keep it going.
Yeah. And I don't know. I feel like we still have a lot to talk about. So
think
that's
so.
pretty cool. We haven't even started bringing in people other than our world famous Mima.
I know.
So-
That'll go down in history.
Yeah. We've had requests that we need to bring her back once a quarter. I don't
Yeah.
think Mima would be keen on that. But
Yeah. She did great. No, I know one or two people that continue to ask us to be a guest.
Yes.
One of them, your husband.
He would love
He really wants
to make a
get
guest
on here.
appearance. That's awesome. So how's the new job?
You know what? It's been actually 2 months today.
Isn't
Actually,
it
2
crazy?
months. It's going great. I really love it.
You said you're in a book club even?
Yeah.
How could you go?
As soon as I arrived, they asked me if I wanted to be in a book club.
Very
and
cool.
I've been wanting to get back into reading. I used to love it. So I said, sure. And this keeps me accountable.
Yeah,
It's like I
You gotta
know that
be. Yeah.
every few weeks we're going to have this book club. That's been really great. I miss my people at my
Yeah.
last
But they can
job.
still be friends. You just aren't their
Absolutely.
coworkers, right?
We still check in with each other and things
Yeah.
like that, but it was the right thing for me at this point in my life. How
That's
about
awesome.
yours? How's it going for you?
It's going great. I'm about 100 days in,
Okay.
101 in 3 hours and 20. No, I'm kidding.
Wow.
And it's probably been about 40 days ago or so. We switched over to a new system for our network and transportation and invoicing.
Wow.
And I will say it's been drinking from a fire hose pretty intensely.
Oh, I bet.
It's been hard for everybody in the commercial organization trying to figure out how do we service our customers and be able to get trucks out the door when systems are causing us to not have as much efficiency as what we had in the past and learning new systems. It's been really hard to be able to fulfill all the promises we have to get our customers what they need. And as you can imagine, when you're a customer, that's not a whole lot of fun to not have what you want when you need it from a purchasing standpoint. Yeah. And that's been tough. And it's been a lot of hours and a lot of trying to get creative. But what's been really cool, honestly, is when there are times like this, when you have times of intense situations going on, it really shows true character of the people you're around. And I have been super impressed with our commercial organization and my sales team, my folks, and then also my peers and the people that I'm working with. They've just been amazing and
Awesome.
really trying to band together and figure out how do we partner better to get what we need to done. So that's been
What a way
super cool.
to pull together as a team as well. Being
Totally. Yeah.
comfortable with each other when you go through those situations and
Right.
help each other through it.
Right.
So,
And understanding who does what and who to go to for which
Mhm.
situation. I've probably done rotations in production planning, transportation, logistics, supply, you name it. So it's been pretty intense, but it's been awesome because we've been able to really figure out how to get through it together. So that's been very cool.
that's great. I think that's probably one of the most challenging parts for me as well, is to figure out who does what and who to
Yeah.
go to for what.
It's so
So-
hard. And you knew it because in your old world, you're
Oh,
like, I got a guy,
Exactly.
right? Like
I
you
knew it
always knew who to go
every
to
single
for
day. Yep.
everything.
You're starting over.
And I can't stand it when you go to someone and they're like, that's not my gig. You actually need to talk to this person
Yeah.
because I only do this. And I'm like, I thought I
You know
had it.
what? The
Damn
one
it.
thing that I'm really finding too, is where I'm at, is that people so willing to help and
Cool.
nice.
We were talking about what we want to talk about today for this episode, and a few of the things that we've been through in our experiences that we just find funny, and we think it would be interesting to share our stories with you. One of them that came to mind is the lies that we tell in order to either teach our children lessons or try to get them to obey what we're trying to accomplish, or to try to defend them, right? All of the above. And I might have shared this story a while ago. I can't remember, but my son, when he was, I don't know, he might have been 4. And we were near a subway and they have the lines painted to stay back from the train. And he's always been one that really wants to see whether or not you can actually do it. When people say, that's not something you can use. Really? I don't know.
I'm going to try it. Let's see.
Maybe I could, though. Maybe you can't, but I can. And so there was this painted line, and I was making sure that he was staying back from the line. So I said, dude, if you go over that line, you die. I thought that is the most clear way that I can make sure that he does not go too close to the train before it comes. And he looked me straight in the eyes, walked over to this said line, and put his toe right over the edge of it and looked at me and said, I didn't die. And I was like, and this is how life's going to be with you.
Yes.
You are amazing. I love you so much. And I am super worried.
Oh,
God.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. He busted me on that lie. So I knew that we were going to have to up the ante a little bit if I was going to threaten anything and be a little bit more serious.
Did you ever use the Santa's watching or the elf is watching, so you need to be good?
Oh, yeah.
That
100%.
seemed to work.
Yeah. The elf, don't touch it.
Exactly.
And then all the different reasons why the elf might not have moved.
Oh, exactly. The wind.
I think that maybe the elf thought you were bad. Did you do something wrong? And
I
so
didn't use that one.
he just decided that he wasn't going to move because he needed to stay here and watch you further.
Wow, your elf was really watching. Wow.
Yeah. He had a few nights where he just couldn't get off his spot.
Okay. Mine was usually, there was some weather trouble. And what he would communicate.
His plane got delayed.
What he would communicate to me is that it was too windy for him to get back and forth. So he had to just wait it out.
Wise. I like it.
Yeah.
Brenda, there's been so many. My husband, one of my kids had a canker sore. My husband said, have you been lying? And I'm like, what are you talking about? He said, my mom always told me if I had a canker sore, it's because I told a lie.
Wow.
I'm pretty sure that's what's going on here. And they looked at him like, no, what are you talking about? That's hilarious. Funny. I recently told a lie. This is a good one too. My kids have always been fairly good at attending school, and I haven't had to fight them too much to make sure that they have good attendance. And they don't usually fake sick. And so when there is a situation or an issue or something that causes them to not be able to go to school, which again is rare, I have such extreme guilt about calling the school and not saying, she just really tired.
And just go sleep in for a couple hours. Sometimes they just need some time. They work so hard.
Yes.
They're involved in so many things.
Yes.
They're up all night doing
studying for exams and homework after they get done with things.
Yes. And I agree. You can't just call and say, I'm sorry. She just needs a little extra sleep this morning. You always feel guilty seeing something like that.
So recently we had a situation where my daughter was tired. She overslept. We just derailed in the morning, essentially. And so I knew she was going to be late for school. And she's, Mom, please, can you just call and tell them that I'm going to just be late? I have to drive. I'm worried about driving. I don't want to drive fast. And I don't want that either.
Right.
So I called the school and told them that she had car trouble because I thought that was a really appropriate thing to say. And they said, okay, thank you. Just have her sign in at the office when she gets here. Brenda, when she got to school and signed in the office, they told her it was an unexcused party. And I guess I had a bad idea of which lie to cover for my daughter. I don't know.
With late and she's running late, would that have worked?
I'm sure not, because they said the reason why they don't excuse car trouble is because your employer wouldn't excuse car trouble, and we're trying to teach that.
Mine would.
I was like, yeah, no, no. I think that any employer would understand if you've had car trouble. Now, if you have car trouble every day, that's different. We aren't in that situation. However, I thought that if you had someone call and give a good reason why, I thought that would be a good reason. I never had this experience before. So I was like, okay, wow, nice to know. Now we'll no longer have car trouble, which is funny because our seniors, and this is my third, so we've been through a lot of seniors. This is the baby. Every senior has senior skip days.
Yes.
And these are a real dilemma for parents.
Very big dilemma.
Because
I agree.
I had a hard time even believing this was real for my older children. I thought maybe they were just making it up.
I had the same thought.
Right? Really? And no one's at school, and this is a real thing. And
we have to call
and we still, right, exactly.
That they won't be there.
And so I was extremely uncomfortable. every time with every child, I found extremely uncomfortable. And so I did what any parent would do in these situations. And I made sure to call the night before when I knew that no one would be on the phone.
Yes, I've done
And
the same.
I just said, she will not be there tomorrow. And I gave zero reason why. Because I didn't want, I was like, you know why I'm calling.
Yep.
I don't know. Do I
exactly
have
the
to
same
say
thing
it?
I
Like,
did.
I can't say it.
No,
And are you going to,
I can't
like,
make up some
can't.
lie about
Ugh,
and
terrible.
there have been a couple times too.
It's
where-
just 18. So
Yeah.
do I even need to call anymore?
I know. Yes, you do. I had to ask that as well.
Okay.
But yes, when they're in school, even though they're 18, they still require it.
So I can't make a doctor's appointment for her.
No,
I can't talk to anyone in the medical,
Find out any
anything.
of her records.
Nope.
or
I can pay
anything
for
like
her bills. I can cover her insurance.
that. Yes.
I cannot do anything else, but I do need to still call her out of school.
Yes.
Okay.
I know. It makes a lot of sense.
That's
And
awesome.
in the meantime, on the medical front, they still want us to do those things typically for them. So,
Oh my gosh.
yes, it can happen.
Filling out the form is
Yeah.
hilarious. I don't know, Mom. Have I had this?
Instead,
When's the last time that
had
I
my
did
mom,
this?
So,
Even car insurance.
yeah.
Now with 18, I had to do a 3-way call with my stepdaughter to help her to get her own car insurance because of her age. She moved to another state, and because of her age, they would not let me initiate any car insurance. And you know how scary all of those questions
is.
are. I don't know what I'm doing. So we did a 3-way call, and they wouldn't let me answer any questions. They asked her the questions, and then she would say, I don't know, Betsy, what should I answer on this? And so I would say, okay, this is what you would answer. I had to educate her on this call. They would not let me be the one that would shut it. I'm like, you guys, like, come on. There's only so much.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm
even nervous about some of those things. Like,
totally.
it's so confusing that
Yeah.
I can understand how a younger person would have a really difficult time with that.
You have no idea. And like when you get a new job, all of the kids at some point had conversations on what is a 401b? How many beneficiaries do I have or deductions, right? Am I 0? Am I
Right.
1?
I
I don't know.
know.
It's so crazy. Yeah, it's hard. I see you have a new haircut. It looks beautiful.
I do.
Yeah.
We talk about when the kids are younger and used to be nervous about getting a haircut when they were little.
Yeah.
But I think even as you continue to grow up and you get older, at least for me, I've always had long hair. Every time I go, I want to get something new. I want to get it cut.
And you see all these beautiful people with all
Yeah.
these wonderful haircuts. You're like, I just want that.
I look at all these pictures. I take it to my stylist. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh my gosh, I would love to do this.
And don't you love it when you take a picture to your stylist and they're like, oh, girl,
Yeah, right.
there is nothing in this that can
Yeah.
happen on your hair
Yeah.
at all.
So it doesn't matter. I do like to get it colored now and then, and I'm usually fine with that. Now, this time I did go from much lighter to much darker.
Hey, you've been blondish for a while,
I
so
have
this is
been.
very
I mean, I'm brunette usually, but I've been blonde for quite a while.
overcool that I did blue.
Did you really?
I did.
Oh, wow.
Horrible decision.
Oh,
Everything under the sun turned blue.
Oh.
It does not stay on your hair. I've
it's
ruined
everywhere.
jackets. I had to sleep on dark sheets.
Oh, yeah.
It was blue everywhere. I'm like, why did I do that? I thought it would
Um,
be fun, but no.
Not so much. No, I must have this attachment to my long hair. It's one thing that I felt confident about, I guess, maybe in my life, is I've had like nice long hair and I could do so many different things with it.
So did she cut it shorter than what you were?
Actually, no, we agreed on a length, and I did
Is
tell
she
her.
afraid to cut you?
She is, yeah. Yes, I haven't.
That's awesome.
I haven't seen this one in particular. I think this was my third or fourth time. And I told her right away, I want you to know that I always want like a cute cut. But when I do get a cut, then I'm remorseful immediately after. It's just, oh, great. Okay.
You're
Thanks.
that guy.
Yeah. woo.
Thank you. Thank you for the
So-
heads up. I'm not
So
nervous at all.
We went from blonde to reddish brown.
Yeah.
Which I'm usually brown, but reddish brown. And I'm getting used to the color. I do like it, but it was just a big change.
Yeah.
And then when she cut it, she straightened it. So it was longer than it is today. I curled it
Yeah.
and it's much shorter. So
You're like, oh,
I do still like it, but you have to get used to it. And there's this attachment. I don't know.
I know. You always think you want it. And then 2 of my pregnancies, and I can't even understand why I did this. I chopped my hair.
Thinking it might be easier.
I guess twice. I didn't
Twice.
learn the lesson once. Twice I did this. And I chopped it. I usually have very long hair. I chopped it to like chin length.
Wow.
I was already round. And I just made my head a bowling ball too. Worst decision ever.
Yeah.
And I was already an emotional wreck because I was carrying these babies. I did not feel super confident.
Right. You
Right?
go home and look at yourself and you're like,
I'm like,
"Oh,
what have
did
I
do?"
done?
Yeah.
It was horrible. And then you have your child and you lose all your hair. And so the visual is just what you're thinking is exactly how it was. I had
And you have
receding
curly
hairline.
hair, right?
It's only gotten curlier as I've had kids.
Okay.
Every child, it got a little more and
Well,
more.
pretty thick too. So
It
I
is.
imagine
It
when
is.
it gets shorter, it's thicker even.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It was such a bad move. Honestly, all the kids had major stories around haircuts. So 2 of the girls, we did the locks of love. We did that one time. If my youngest daughter, I don't know if you remember how long her hair got, but she actually loved Rapunzel. And so she was really attached to her long hair and would tie towels and robes and blankets to the bottom of her hair and walk around everywhere. Yeah.
Wow.
It was so long and she didn't want it touched. But eventually we got her convinced to do it. And then we went straight to locks of love, 10 inches.
Goodness.
And I remember her to this day, she'll tell you it was pretty traumatic for her.
I
She was like, I don't know why you went from that to that. It probably traumatized her with that haircut. But my son, when he was younger, he's got very thick, very curly hair. And so we would just buzz cut it. He had such an issue with his hair. It was so traumatic for him. We went to the kids' cut place where they would give him extra treats. I had to hold him in a chair.
Car.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
that.
All the different tricks. I tried everything.
Ugh.
Finally, he was maybe 6. It was so traumatic for him that I finally said, that's it. We're done. We're not cutting your hair anymore. We're absolutely done.
I do remember for a few years.
It was like
he
2
had a
years.
really big head.
Really, he was in his glory. He loved it. And then it's so funny. It obviously was a little bit out of control because we were like, you decide when you're going to cut your hair because it's just not worth the emotions that we're having over this. And so it got unruly. And so he would wear a hat, a stocking cap all the time. He would overheat. He was a big soccer player.
Oh.
He would overheat because he was out on that field. He was known as the kid with the hat. He wore a stocking cap all summer long with this full head of thick hair. He would come off. He was sopping wet.
Oh my God.
Because he was like, okay, then I'm going to grow out my hair. I'm going to keep it under control. So yeah, he wore a hat forever. And even now, today, he drives a good hour and 45 minutes from where he lives to get his favorite.
Really?
Yeah, his favorite hair salon. They always know how to cut it.
Yeah.
And his girlfriend, he will give her permission to trim it a little bit if he can't get over there for whatever reason. He's just forever had this thing where he loves his hair and wants it a certain way. And his hair has a lot of character. So
I remember asking,
are you taking care of him?
No. I knew there was more
to
to
it.
decision. And it's funny you say during COVID, the girls and I would color each other's hair. So we would go get a box of hair dye. And we would each pick a color. We'd color each other's
You
hair.
didn't pick blue?
We didn't do blue.
My brother did
do our
purple.
colors.
He did a purple beard.
Your brother did.
He did.
You
His
have
100% do have pictures.
I
His
can't-
girlfriend
I
is a
cannot even
hairstylist. And so she was like, let's do this. He was like, I don't know. Why not? During
That's
COVID. It's
funny.
hilarious.
My hands can get a little shaky. Rheumatoid arthritis. So the girls really don't want me cutting their hair. I did.
This is just layers.
I did.
That's all. Good.
Yes, I did.
Just
My
layered.
older ones once, and it was a little uneven, but not terribly. But my husband would help us out. They trusted Dad more than they trusted me to trim their hair. I would even have him do mine because
Oh, that's so funny. So I'm excited. My senior in high school just finished basketball tryouts, so she's going to be on the varsity basketball team. So it is awesome. Her being the baby, and I know we talked about empty nesting and how hard it's going to be. I'm already a little bit emotional about the fact that these are going to be the last times when I do all of this watching basketball. I just looked up the date for senior night and all of these events and
all the last.
They just announced the team at a big event they had for the school, and I got the video, and it was just a real emotional rush when you're watching her. I'm never going to be at a high school event with any of my kids again for this. It's a long time before any grandkids are coming because I can't get any of our children to have children, but that's fine.
I will tell you too that every year goes fast, but senior year was just like a blink.
Yeah.
I can't believe how fast it went. I felt
Yeah.
like they were just going to orientation in the summertime.
Yeah.
And then we were at graduation.
I can't believe it. We're literally almost halfway through it. I will tell you one thing I won't miss, though.
What's that?
School fundraising.
Oh my goodness.
So we just got the note on everything we have to do for school fundraising. And just a heads up to any of my friends who are on this list, I once again do need to email 20 people.
Okay. Yeah.
You will be on that list, my friend.
I
to
get
ask
plenty of
them.
those.
Yeah, it's so hard. I'm like,
I know.
I
It is
hate
hard.
trying to get other people to support our children in these.
The thing is, though, we all have the same thing. So
Yeah,
when
I
you
think
get
I
one
understand
from
it.
someone,
Yeah.
then it's because
They're
they're
super
required
uncomfortable
to
with the
do
fact that
something
they
they
have to
had
do
to,
it.
and
I
they're
know.
not
I
really
know.
expecting you to have to
Right.
chip in. But
Yes.
I feel like most of the time we're just buying the fundraising, whatever it is on our own.
Yeah.
Because we don't want
Do you know
to
how many
keep
boxes of
asking.
chocolate I bought?
Yeah.
And how much wrapping paper I have from the school
Exactly.
fundraisers?
How
and
many like
cans of
tickets to
chocolate
something
covered
that we bought
pretzels
because
or whatever.
I
Yes,
know.
Yes. We'll just give you, here's your money. Please don't make us do this
Let's
anymore.
just give them
and
a
not-
donation
yeah,
and not
yeah,
do this
yeah.
fundraising. I understand why they need to do it. It's just difficult because after a while, you don't want to keep asking.
Yeah.
The same people that are your friends.
Yeah.
So that's who you would
So
ask.
all my friends are glad that my baby is going to be graduating because they no longer will be asked. I just signed up to volunteer for the concession. And I'm struggling with that because every game that we have to sign up for concessions are the younger kids' games. And we talked about this in one of our very first episodes. Everyone is at 4:00 on a weekday.
Oh,
And so I'm working and I'm not going to ask for time off to go and volunteer, but I know it's my obligation to do it. And I've imagined that 80% of the parents on this team
Right.
are also working and
Exactly.
probably pretty standard work hours. And so then, unfortunately, this was me last year when I wasn't working during the basketball season. I did a lot of concessions because the people who aren't working have to do all these 4:00
Right.
windows.
I
So it's
know.
just the woes of supporting your children and all of the things that they
Mm.
do, but it is really hard when you have full-time work and you're
It
trying
is-
to do
it
all
is
this.
hard. Yeah, one of the things that the dance team does is they have a car wash.
Oh, that's
So
cool.
the kids actually have to go and they
Earn
get
it.
this. They
Yeah.
earn the money,
Yeah.
and people like to come support them because they know that
They're
it's
going to get
to-
something for it.
And that was probably one of their biggest fundraisers. Was
And then like a little party for them too.
it was really great team.
Didn't they wash
bonding.
dogs too?
They
Do I
did
remember
wash
this?
dogs,
That's
yeah.
so funny.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I know you can't always do things like that, but we felt good about it too because the kids had some skin in the game too.
And something else that I just figured out, speaking of having a daughter that's going to graduate, 2026 is going to be a year for me of a wedding and a college graduation and a high school graduation.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And
I
I
had
took
thought about
last
that.
year off. That was stupid.
Yeah.
I was
What?
talking to my
Yeah.
daughter. I'm like, we could have really figured this out a
Right.
little bit better. So it's going to be a busy year.
It
And
was.
how awesome. But in my heart, a little bit, all of the life changes that my family's going to go through in 2026. That's a
It
lot
is
of big
it is
decisions, a
lot.
lot of big moves. And as a mom, you always worry about your kids and all these things that they're trying to tackle. And it's going to be a year of big moves and big decisions for the kiddos. And whew,
Definitely
that's-
is. And you're right along there with them and feeling the same things. Oh,
and trying to just guide them through it. And so many decisions. Where am I going to go to college? Where am I going to go to work?
where am I going to? Yes, work after college. Yeah.
Where am I going to live?
There's a lot. And
Yeah. So anyway,
I will tell you though that you talked about the empty nesting part of it, and my husband and I, this is our first year, and I told you when we came home, the house was just so quiet,
Oh.
and I will tell you that we are still adjusting.
Yeah.
The one nice thing is that our daughter's close.
yeah. So you can,
The one is not close. We FaceTime a lot. We
yeah.
text back and forth. We talk on the phone a lot.
You
Thank
celebrate
goodness
things in
for
Costco.
FaceTime. Yeah, that's celebration. Wins when we're on the phone when I'm in Costco and yelling, hollering for her when something good has
awesome.
happened and people are looking at me. But the one good thing too about our youngest being so close is that she's just far enough that
Yeah.
she's feeling independent, but yet going over to see her on
Have lunch.
tailgate day.
Yeah.
Those
We had
have
such an
been-
awesome
That has been
tailgating season.
awesome for us.
I have so enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And we'll see what next year brings. We're going to be tailgating there, but I potentially could have nil children.
There.
And that's going to be hard. So I will be supporting my friends' children.
Yes. They don't come to the tailgate for the whole time.
No.
They do come for
You
quite
just get
a
a
while.
glimpse.
But
It's so
even just to
fabulous.
see them for that a
So
little bit of
awesome.
time.
They're
and
outside. The weather was so
Yeah.
great this year too. It was
awesome.
it was
So-
awesome.
My kids still want to like call and FaceTime
Yeah.
or text like
Yeah.
during the day, like little things here and there. So we're still feeling connected.
So this is so funny. I was just talking to somebody that I work with about this because I had a random day call from one of my kids during the week. And I was like, hold on. I'm sorry. I got to quick take this call. It could be a hangnail. It could be a totaled car.
Yes.
These both are real examples.
True.
I have
100%.
no idea.
Yeah.
I'm going to find out whether or not we got a hangnail or
Yeah.
a totaled vehicle in
Yeah.
a car accident. 1 second. Okay, I'm good. Yeah, never know
Well,
what that call is
no,
going to be.
no.
I love that they stay connected to me, and I would not want it any other way.
Yes.
But it is funny, Mom. Hey, I've got
and
this
then if
thing.
it's the hangnail, you're like,
Yeah.
okay, I'll call you back later. Yes, but you don't know either
Yeah.
way.
How do I make taco meat? What do I do to fill out this doctor form? How do I get wrinkles out of my clothes? Yes.
Yeah.
Can I take Advil and then Tylenol? How far apart?
Yeah, it was funny. She called me at 12:30 at night. I just got done with my laundry, washing it. Now I have these items. Do I need to go in the dryer or do I need to hang them?
One of my
Things
son's
together.
shirts is now my son's girlfriend's because,
Yes.
oops, I left that in too long.
That is
Yes.
hilarious.
That's so funny. Brenda, we're at that time.
Wow, already?
Yeah, it's been awesome. It's gone super fast. Hopefully everyone's enjoyed some of the woes and different stories that we've shared with you today. And we'll close with the advice that Mima shared with us many years ago. Sometimes when life gets tough, you just need to focus on lifting your coffee cup.
And drinking it one sip at a time.
Awesome. Thank you, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Till next time.